Hi, I'm Danny Duchamp, welcome to my shitty Honda Fit. So, I talk about SJWs a lot on this channel, but it has come to my attention that not everybody knows what an SJW is, or why we should hate them. So, this video should go some way to fixing that. What is an SJW is the easier one. It stands for Social Justice Warrior, and it's a person who cannot see the world without the lenses of identity politics and political correctness. Someone to whom everything is racist, everything is sexist, everything is homophobic, etc. SJWs consist of radical feminists, Black Lives Matter people, basically anyone who's so afraid of being called a bigot that they preemptively call everyone else a bigot. They're primarily characterized by the way they come into a community, one they probably don't even belong in or care about otherwise, and tell everyone to stop what they're doing and focus on being progressive and inclusive. Why we should hate them, however, is a question with a million answers. And I'm going to focus on just one here. One that, as a big fan of linguistics, pisses me off to no end. How they fucking ruin language. So without further ado, here are 10 perfectly useful words that SJWs have rendered absolutely meaningless. Enjoy. Number 1. Offensive.
Finally, a costume where white people are dressing like their own race, and somehow it's more offensive.
Holy sh... Did you notice how she used that word like it's some objective facet of reality? You can take offense to something, but something isn't just across the board offensive. It's a subjective opinion about something. And not only have you ruined it in that sense, SJWs, but in that case, she was using it to tell kids what kind of Halloween costume they can use. It's taken away all of the power from the word as well. Now it just sounds like a whine that is meant to result in taking away someone's ability to express themselves in some way. I can no longer use that word to try and talk about something that I find uncomfortable or dislike, because it's going to come off like I'm trying to enforce some kind of cultural Marxism. Number 2. Racism. Hey everyone! What does racism mean?
The dictionary defines racism as the hatred or intolerance of another race or races.
Oh, that was easy. Cheers!
Well, yes, but racism's a little more complicated than that. Sociology explains racism as a combination of prejudice and power.
Oh! What a surprise. The definition does not include any prejudice against white people as racism. Fucking fantastic. Because we all know that if one white person has power, that gives power to another white person, and therefore any prejudice, but not racism, applied to that less powerful white person is deflected by the power of this unrelated white person. You have destroyed this word, or at least you will if this definition catches on. It no longer means prejudice against a race. Why would you call it racism then? Number 3, sexism. Does anyone remember when sexism meant something? No? Well, here's why. When Amy Schumer was accused of stealing jokes, this was her response. Schumer added that the criticism she's faced is similar to what happens to most successful women, comparing her situation to the backlash Jennifer Lawrence received after this year's Golden Globes. People are afraid and angry at women, and they want to bring them down, said Schumer. Yeah, typical, huh? Anything that's directed at a woman which isn't glowingly positive must be the result of sexism. Do you not see how you're castrating this word? Now when someone hears sexism, they're not going to think, oh, your right to vote's been taken away? They're going to think, oh, you stole someone's joke and somebody called you out on it? Number 4, oppression. This is a Distractify article, 23 shocking ways we're still oppressing women in the 21st century. That's right, oppression, a word that conjures up images of slavery and human rights violations. And what examples do they have? We still say that a man is needed for true happiness, and we still place looks over abilities. That is not oppression. Even if we concede that it exists and is happening and is sexist, it is not oppression. Again! Fucking castrated! Number 5, harassment.
Because I am a men's rights activist, so you can hate on me. The reason why I don't like feminism is because you promote this idea that women are defined by being victims. If you look at the context of all of your issues, men also face considerable problems as well. And they need to be brought into the story, and not just for men's sake, because this hides men's vulnerability, also for the sake of challenging the notion that women are defined as victims.
And with that, the Honey Badgers were kicked out of the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo for their terrible harassment. Seriously, what the fuck does harassment mean if that's fucking harassment? Oh, but... Number 6, rape. Yeah, you thought they were bad when they made harassment mean nothing? They actually devalued the word rape. Now, you might think that I'm going to be talking about the SJWs who pushed for regretting sex later, a reason to claim that you were raped, or even the radical feminists who claim that all penis and vagina sex is rape. They exist, holy shit. But no, there's worse, and we all know it.
I get raped every day, several times, by thoughts, by words, by looks.
Oh Jesus, every time. Number 7, diversity. This is the top Google image search result for diversity. That's right, all they felt was necessary to demonstrate diversity was people of different skin colours. True diversity isn't about different talents anymore, different likes and dislikes, different ways of thinking. No, it's about difference in race. So while diversity once meant things that are actually different, now it means a whole bunch of things that may very well be the same, but at least are coloured different. Number 8, institutionalised. Now, I've already taken this one on a little bit in a previous video.
These deaths have helped spark a new movement determined to end institutionalized white supremacy.
Institutionalised, something that is actually written into law. This can't just be a few bad apples being racist dicks. This has to be institutionalised. Sorry, Past Danny. It was just a few cops being racist dicks. At most. Which... let me see, that completely renders the word institutionalized meaningless, doesn't it? Number 9, brave. When Bruce Jenner cut off his dick and became Caitlyn, this happened.
A brave Olympian transformed.
It's really quite, I think, inspiring.
It's very inspirational. I think he's courageous.
So brave! No, you knew, Caitlyn, that the entirety of the media would be on your side because of how incredibly liberal most of the media is. Someone who is brave is one of the people who came out against her and continued calling her a him. Those people I disagree with. I have no problem with trans people. You want a vagina instead of a penis? Be my guest. Doesn't hurt me. But the people who stuck by their guns and said, no, I think that you're still a man. By my definition, that's what you are, so I'm going to continue calling you that. Those people were brave. Not someone who knew that they were going to have the media sucking their dick. And number 10, I can't believe they managed to ruin this word, but conversation.
Classroom trigger warnings announce that material so it can be confronted. They don't stop conversation. They make it possible by allowing students to prepare themselves.
In case you missed what he said there, he was saying that it's necessary to put restrictions and controls on conversations in order to create them. No, PBS man. It is necessary to restrict and control conversations. At least now we know what you mean when you say you want to create dialogues, create conversations. It means you want to create your conversation.
Offensive.
Racism,
Sexism, oppression, harassment,
Rape,
diversity,
institutionalized
Brave conversation.
Anyway, that's 10. If you liked the video, let me know. Maybe I'll do another one of these videos. I've got more words that SJWs have fucked up, and that's for sure.